Divided by 1158?
And there's amount in your irrigation, your fixed cost in your irrigation fund are also included.
Okay.
Yep, that's where that 117 comes from, when you look at the table at the back.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Anything else amongst the board?
I have nothing else. Phil?
If not at this point, then we'll officially open up the public hearing, ask if we have any members of the public that would like to speak towards the budget.
Just one at a time.
Not everybody at once. All right, with that, we'll close the public hearing and come back to the board. And Madam Chairwoman, I think we're ready to consider a vote for Resolution 2024-07.
Okay. I make a motion to adopt the 2024-07 for the annual appropriations.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
That's a delayed yes.
Okay, so it's passed, 5-0.
Unanimously for the record.
Hey, can I ask a separate question?
Sure.
Can we ever stop collecting rent from the pro shop?
Yeah, we have a lease. I don't think we can.
I
think you can.
You probably could.
Once the current lease expires?
Because
You're actually leasing from yourself, so I mean, it's just kind of, it's more of a revenue line item than it is a lease.
it'll shift the burden to the residents because you're not collecting offsetting revenue through the lease for the square footage that they're in. I would think it's best and cleaner to probably leave it. It's a kind of a token amount at the end of the day nowadays. I mean, we were scratched for that probably 10 or 12 years ago,
yeah.
but and I think back then we couldn't find a way to get out of it. I think your council then was like, no, we need to leave that. So
Yeah.
Would we have issue potentially with bondholders if we stop collecting?
that
Auditing and everything, wait a minute, where did that revenue stream go?
But what I'm saying
I believe
is,
it's
once we have so much built up in Duffy's,
I think the best way is the way we're doing it right now, Phil, is each year you get a surplus and you determine how much you want to transfer out to help offset the assessments to the residents. I think you just keep going in that approach.
Yeah, whether you call it a lease or not, it's a payment in essence from another division of the district.
Right.
And
Why would
so-
you want to do that?
I'm sorry?
isn't the pro shop considered part of the golf course?
It is.
So it'd be under wouldn't it be under the enterprise fund?
Enterprise.
It's a not-for-profit
Yeah.
organization versus Duffy's. It's a for-profit. Like I say, it's probably cleaner just to leave it, and then each year just kind of take a look at your surplus dollars and how much you want to transfer out, or...
And also, that we did waive paying for the parking lot. That we took off, yeah.
It's like a separate division fund.
I'm just asking a question.
They paid
No, that's fine.
They paid
That's a good
the general
question.
fund for that.
Because there's different ways to do that, and maybe in future years, maybe it's not to reduce the assessment level, maybe it's to prepay principal on the outstanding debt,
Right.
which shortens your amortization schedule.
So we might be here when it's paid off.
But if we wouldn't charge the golf
Be
course
here to open up your
rent,
time capsule.
Yes.
kind of back on that same topic of golf rates for different high schools, if we didn't charge the pro shop rent, could potentially a renter of the restaurant have some sort of cause against us because, wait a minute, you're treating us differently, you're a government entity, you're not charging them?
No, in
Potentially
fact,
ownership.
we own it, and so we actually have a merger almost that occurs, where the landlord and tenant really can't be both. So it's almost like a creation document, solely for purposes of accounting purposes.
Right.
That's why I mentioned you what you would have like a separate enterprise fund is the pro shop. It's almost like a division within the district.
It is.
And those monies then pay into the general fund or
I
elsewhere.
think back to your earlier
Yeah.
comment, the structure that was presented and disclosed at the time that we went and marketed and issued the bonds was
Right.
that this was a paying
We have a
entity
revenue
over
stream.
here,
Right.
even if it is our own.
Correct.
Maybe just cleaner to keep it and then siphon money off it as it's available to
However you call
provide
it.
relief in other ways, yeah.
Yep, however you call it, still have that
Yes.
payment process. No, and there is no issue. It doesn't double.
Yeah. Next item, Madam Chairwoman, item 5 is the last step of your budgeting process. This is Resolution 2024-08, and this is essentially the determination of benefit and appropriation, if you will, of revenue resolution. This makes a determination of benefit and imposing special assessments to essentially provide the revenue to offset the budget that you just adopted at the assessment levels that were identified within that budget. I don't know if the board has any comments at this point on this. If not, we do need to open up this as a public hearing as well.
I don't have any comments.
No comments. We'll officially open up the public hearing, ask if any questions. Yes, ma'am. Name for the record.
Capital.
It's government. It's a two-step process. The first one is to essentially approve the appropriations, which is essentially the budget. And part of that budget also identified the special and peculiar benefit by addressing assessment levels in that budget. Now we're talking about imposing the special assessments on those benefited properties and making a determination of the benefit, basically all based on the budget that was just adopted, and directing the manager to finalize a lien roll and to transmit that lien roll to the tax collector for placement of this district's assessments on the property tax bills for November. So when you get your property tax...
special assessment on us coming up from...
No, the only thing that you're going to get is the same amount that you got last year, and all this is saying to the tax collector is that we've agreed to pay, that the $14.29 will come from each homeowner on your tax bill. Right, I'm just going to give you two bills, so don't worry. You asked two questions.
And the term special assessment in our arena is essentially the same ongoing operational assessment that we levy every year. In the HOA, your ears would perk up and say, oh, I'm getting this one-time special assessment. No, this is the same one you've been paying every year. This year, it's not going up across the board.
Yeah, the terminology is non-ad valorem special assessment under the statute for government. It's not based upon the value of your property. It's based upon the benefit to the property from the services or facilities.
Okay.
Anything else from the public? Hearing none, we'll officially close the public hearing. Madam Chairwoman, I think we're in a position to consider Resolution 2024-08.
Okay, I make a motion to accept the Resolution 2024-08.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Kyle, the consideration for the 4-up, I said that right. That's a joke here. Do you feel like we need to pursue this, Kyle, or since you've redone the thing with?
I think we're good for the year. I think we need to look at it again next year.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Number 8.
Yes, number 8 is a formality item. This is as a result that House Bill 7013, all special districts, not just CDDs, are required to prepare a performance measures and standards reporting process. What we've done for you here is recognize a very generic, high level of measurements, if you will, including public meeting compliance, notice of meeting compliance, access to public records, infrastructure and facilities maintenance review and reporting, financial transparency, including annual budget preparation, financial reports, and financial audit. All of these items you're required to do every year anyways, so these are easily achieved by just doing business as usual and checking those boxes. We kept it very high level in those things that are only required. Perfect example is goal number 1.1, public meetings compliance. You'll notice the standard is a minimum of 2 regular meetings each year. Rather than try
So
to...
we're doing 12.
No. Yeah. Not trying to identify that you're doing a meeting every single month and then for whatever reason, one gets canceled, you have a storm, whatever, all of a sudden now you're checking a negative box. So it looks like you didn't comply with your own performance measures. This is something you're required to have. You gotta have one for the draft budget, you gotta have one to adopt the final budget. Otherwise, you're not funded and you're not operating as a district. That's why we put the 2 basic meetings in there. So
Okay.
we'd suggest you stick with this high level so we can check all your boxes positively every year and transmit this to the state and post it on your website. If you
Okay.
wanted to do something in greater detail, you're more welcome to do that, but please don't do that with relationship to 7013. So.
Yeah, well, I'm fine with it this way.
Okay.
I motion to adopt this
I second.
HB 713 Special District Performance Measure Standard Reporting.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Okay.
So you'll manage that?
Yep, we will manage that, and at no extra charge because you agreed to our cookie cutter reporting.
Yes.
No,
It's
I thought
simple.
this was, very, very, when I first started reading the front page, I'm going, oh my God.
But as Chuck and I have said to everyone, the legislature always does funky things to special districts each year, and this is one of them.
And they're likely not going to look at it, just like your stormwater needs analysis we did several years ago. so.
Just a reminder too, we have to do that ethics
Yes.
before the end of the year.
I already did it.
Good for you.
Yes, he
It's the
did.
most boring thing you're gonna go through.
I'm going to do it when I get back from vacation.
Yeah. How long did it take, Phil?
4 hours.
4 hours.
I
I
slept.
was going to say, please don't say 2 hours, it was 4 hours.
It was a 4
You
hour.
participated and attended, correct?
And if you do it through the, where did you do it, through the
I did
college?
through the Florida State.
Florida State.
I started doing the free one. That's like 15 minutes in, I go, no.
Okay.
This is like,
And that is, there was a charge for that, so just
It was
submit your,
$90.
just,
Yeah.
just submit your invoice?
I'm not gonna submit it.
The
Okay.
district will reimburse you. So if you want the $90, that's,
I did the free one and it was okay for me.
just turn the volume down. if you want.
Really? That was fun.
How long did it take?
Well, 4 hours.
Prosecutor, I think.
It's 4 hours.
I think there may have been an option to play it at a faster speed.
But there's a test at the end?
Yeah, there was for,
No, I don't think there was. Not mine.
there was a quiz, you don't have to pass it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, either way, we'll get
They
through
talked really slow.
it. Okay. Listen,
Okay, I just wanted to remind everybody, because I know it's,
Yeah.
we're going into
Yes.
the end of the year and things speed up, so.
Especially around the holidays.
yes. And, yeah, I used to do those for substitute teaching. I had like 9 of them to do. Play, walk on. Okay, financials. Any questions, any concerns, any? Okay, I have.
Just a kind of highlight for you that you made another 2,400 or so in interest earnings in your general fund for the month of July through the ICS program through Bank United.
Nice. Question on the general fund. All the plant replacement, does that belong there, or should that be part of
What's that?
the general fund plant replacement?
Oh, that, we actually submitted a requisition for the general fund to be reimbursed.
Okay,
That was a deposit. I have a tough time running deposits through the
Okay.
trustee, through a construction fund, so I paid the deposit and then we reimbursed on a subsequent requisition once the
Okay.
project was done.
all right. I just want to make sure that, because that just threw me. Okay. I have, do you guys have anything with anything?
I didn't have
I went through all of it, that was my biggest thing, like, why are we spending all that? The golf course, okay,
Got a schedule.
that's good. Kyle, have we gotten the storm shutters yet?
The invoice from the last one just got paid.
Okay, so they will be now putting that other one
Yes.
up? Okay, so they're waiting to get paid to do
I got
that?
a question. We paid 3 checks, Beasley Broadcasting, for May, June, and July, $1,200 each. What's that for?
That was the radio show. I got in contact with them. That has been canceled.
That's been canceled.
So there should be no more of those.
It's open.
moving forward. Yep,
It's for
It's
our
done.
local state. Yeah.
yep.
So that's all done? Okay.
We got paid from Andy this year.
Andy Scott and Chase, have they paid us their portion?
For
this year.
this year?
For the service, for using the facility.
I mean, nothing yet.
Okay.
I mean, I'm waiting until I get new contracts. I don't have, I mean, I don't know what they were paying last year or how I'm supposed to enforce that.
Okay, can you meet with Andy
Yeah.
and ask
For
him
sure.
when he's going to make his payment?
Yeah.
and then you've got the contract for the next year?
For the following, yep.
Okay.
I would wait till you get the contract, have the meeting, offer the contract and say, I understand there's an outstanding amount due as well.
Okay.
Okay,
That way you just knock it all out in one.
Will do.
very good. Okay. And John, we're good with your leases and everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, so far, yeah, everything's pretty good there.
Okay.
Motion to approve the financial statements.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The minutes for July 23rd. I'm trying to think, I went through them, I didn't see anything on the first 3-4 pages. You guys have anything?
I did not.
No. So we did all that. I had no changes on the minutes. I think we did well this time.
I didn't catch anything.
Got a motion to approve as presented?
Motion is approved as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we have the minutes from the meeting on August 6th. This is where we did our interviews. And Phil, you reached out to the other two gentlemen?
Yeah, I talked to both of them.
Okay.
I said thank you. Said no thank you.
Chalk line 108, I think that's supposed to be AM.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. We weren't there for
108.
12 hours.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the meetings, it wasn't a 12-hour meeting. Okay.
Motion to approve these minutes.
I second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Let's go back here. Tony, do you have anything else for us?
Two items. One is, as Kyle mentioned, we're going to wrap up the golf instructor agreement, get them to him this week so he can start signing people up.
Okay.
So I'll get with Lenore on that. And then the next item is with regards to the proposed agreement, I think, the agreement with Kyle.
Oh, right.
Schulte, I think I emailed that out yesterday. I don't know if the board had a chance to review
I
it.
haven't seen it.
Tony, I read it.
Or Sunday, I sent out
There's nothing
Sunday.
in here about vacation time or anything like that.
He doesn't have vacation.
Well, this agreement doesn't have anything in there about it.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess the question is there an employee manual, employee handbook that outlines personal time, PTO?
Yes.
And I guess the question is there a differentiation in there for the golf pro as other employee?
I think so.
And the way this agreement's drafted, it sort of, it has a agreement, a reference to, bear with me,
I need your copy of the
vacations, under vacations and benefits. It's under Article 5B. Unless otherwise provided in this agreement, employees shall be entitled to the same benefits and subject to the same employment policies as all other employees of the district as set forth in the district's board-adopted personal employee handbook or manual and provide and pay for it. So that's it's a catch-all. It's sort of in 5B.
John, how much vacation do you get?
So because I've been here 10 plus years, I get 4 weeks. So it's 1 week after 1 year, 2 weeks after 2 years, 3 weeks after 5 years, and 4 weeks after 10 years.
Okay.
And that's the cap too, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, I think it's probably worth having Suzanne review our employee manual. It's-
Oh, I agree. I
it's-
wholeheartedly agree.
Those laws change frequently.
I agree. What I'll do is if I can get a copy of it.
Leslie has it,
Yeah, we were just reviewing it because, once again, here am I at the end of August, one guy has 120 hours of vacation. That's 3 weeks. I'm like.
Part of, we've had conversations with, on behalf of other clients before, Suzanne,
Yeah.
about transitioning from the rollover process, I'll call it, the rollover days and days and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And you get the legacy ones, and how do you handle that? And so that, I can talk with her about that also. And John and I talk with her, engage her separately to have a look at the manual.
Right, and John,
That's, okay.
Leslie has it online.
Yeah, that's posted online, that should be on our website.
Is it online? I have a hard.
I don't know if it's on the
When we reviewed that-
website. I don't think it's on the website. It's not on the website, but she has it online.
Yeah, we have it reviewed, we have copies of it, we should have copies of it.
Can you just email it to me? Yeah, if you can email it to me, John, if we could, or whoever has it, and whatever it's called.
I got one more.
But so that's where that's addressed. Whoops, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about the 10% bonus of the net and the pro shop?
That, he's not getting that.
I mean, my recollection was that was not
I'm
agreed to.
Giving that
You had it
to
budgeted though.
Tyler Leon.
Tyler Leon's getting the,
Yeah.
as the merchandiser, she's getting the 10%.
The merchandiser compensation.
That's where that's going, that's why it's not in there.
And if you notice, it's effective as of June 6th. I think that the board agreed to that to go back in time.
Yes, and we did that.
Yeah.
There is one additional thing. So when we put this thing, or when we made the offer, this was before Dan Thompson came in and told us about the healthcare benefits, and in order for us to be ACA compliant, I think we had certain employees that were going to get funded 100% of the medical, dental, and vision costs. It's his recommendation that these two over here work the same way as the rest of the staff. In other words, they pay 80%, or no, we pay 80%, they pay the other 20%. So the way that works out is the Cigna Zero PPO is $47.66 for employee only. The Guardian Dental is $1.39, and the Guardian Vision is 30 cents. So in total, $49.35 is the weekly payment. So you multiply that out, and now they're gonna have to pay taxes on it. So I think for both John and for Kyle, not Tyler,
Used to it.
it's 17% to 25% is what the ADP kind of calculator showed. $3,000 is what they need to get to offset the changes that we've made to the healthcare benefits. And I think we should include that in this offer.
So that would be $88,000 for the compensation?
Correct.
Right, but I think we said that we would put that as a separate line item
Okay, that's
on the
fine.
on the paycheck.
Right, but the compensation is going to be $88,000.
$88,000.
And then from an accounting
It'll be
perspective.
split.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll get two different, you'll get that money in your pay.
What it may also, just for clarification also, is that the district shall provide and pay for health insurance coverage for employee at the same rate as all other employees.
As all other staff,
Okay.
yes.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, and that's
John, you
reflected
look
in the budget
perplexed.
as well.
Just as far as that count, because the way we budgeted it, we just did the calculation of it and added that in a per hour basis. So, I mean, as far as getting it to ADP, I guess I'd have to talk to them about, hey,
Yeah.
$1.67 of this wage is actually for, like a separate line item,
Right,
whatever that number was.
right, so you take the 3,000.
3,000 is gonna cover you, all right?
Right, which was like $1.67 an hour over a 20, 80-hour year work.
Because that's how ADP works.
Because that's how ADP works. You know, even with salary employees, you still
Yeah,
gotta break
it's
it
all
down
based
into an
on
hourly
hourly.
number.
Okay, and they can do that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, we did. We
Just
did
make sure it
that.
comes out to that hourly, or
Yeah.
that annual amount. you know?
Right. Okay.
Those are appreciate the comments and suggestions. If the board could approve the chair signing the professional employment agreement with Kyle with the changes as noted.
I make that motion to accept the contract with the changes made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay,
And nothing further.
okay.
I'll work with Adam. Adam, once you get all the material on Lancaster, I'll work with you on that.
Yeah.
I'll work with John on the workers' comp and also Suzanne Boyd, the employee manual.
I'll get you that tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Can you wait a couple, I'm just,
I can,
no, tomorrow's fine.
but it might be a month from now.
No, tomorrow's fine.
As long as it's on the top of his brain.
Okay, that way I can send that to Suzanne, and say, Suzanne, we need to engage her for this and the employee manual. That's just kind of the intro with her. She's great to work with. I mean, she's fantastic.
Chuck?
I have nothing additional for you.
Nothing. Phil?
I'd like to talk about getting John a raise.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he's interested, he's back at the table.
Back at the table.
Breath of fresh air.
John, what is your current salary?
Peanuts and chili?
Okay, I
No,
thought
I'm
so.
just kidding. It's,
Shells.
okay, I would have to look, I want to say, because the last number I looked at was, putting that number, I want to say it was like 95 for the golf course and like 15, no, that's not right. That's not right.
16 for
because
common?
That's not even right.
It's 25.
Right, 95 for the golf course and 16 for the
Management.
common grounds. That's like 16 now.
All right, so that's 111. Phil, what is your recommendation?
135 to 150. Did you read that thing that Adam sent to us about the superintendents? I mean, John should be at the top, or
Yes.
close to the top, or at least the middle.
Yeah, a couple of things that I noted from that. Certified superintendent base salary in Florida, 145, page 18. Superintendents with a base salary over 1 million, 132.
He's not getting a million.
I know.
Okay.
Page 22, in Fort Myers, like this area, page 38, 120 is the median amount. So there's two other things that I noticed in there. The first one was page 9. In the last year, superintendent saw a 12% increase. And then page 18, Florida had a 30% higher median pay rate than the rest of the country. And it kind of makes sense because our golf courses tend to work maybe year-round, and some of the other places don't. So, I think we need to look at this from a golf course perspective and come to an agreement on an amount. I think John also needs to get that $3,000 adjustment that I just talked through with Kyle. And then I think there's also a common ground discussion. So I'm curious to hear what you guys thought when you looked at those numbers. There's justification for all of those numbers that I mentioned. And I think John's been with us, 12 years?
It's almost 13, 12 and a
Yeah,
half.
13 years. Greens are in great shape.
3 were working for Matt.
About 2.5.
What was that? What did you say?
3 were working for Matt.
Oh, God. Well, he deserved a bonus for that.
Still have PTS.
Phil, you said the 135?
Yep.
No, make a motion.
I make a motion that we increase John's salary to 135. Is that, because it's split up 2 ways, so how do I do it?
Okay, so are you saying the 135 would include the 3,000?
Yes.
Okay. The 135 including
Well, it's
which?
including the management for common area, it's including his
Insurance.
insurance and his salary at the golf course.
Okay.
So I don't know how you,
Okay,
just not to exceed 135.
okay.
Is that how?
Okay, so I
should make the motion?
I would make the motion to raise John's salary to $135,000, which would encompass the superintendent, the common area, and the cost of insurance.
I second that.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Any comments?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
I do.
Thank you very much.
Well, we didn't approve it yet.
Yeah.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
ASAP.
Okay, let's
I
go.
was joking when I said that.
Okay. John, you need to adjust your budget accordingly.
Okay. The 135 includes, that's the common grounds, and then add the 3 for the insurance.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're
very
welcome.
much.
All right.
Deserve it.
Unfortunately,
I appreciate that very
we can't
much.
get a raise because we're at the top as board members, so All right, thank you, Phil. Tom,
We should have
anything?
special election.
I'm good. I'm good.
Adam?
Maybe we have Lisa talk facilities.
Oh, right, about the air conditioning. I'll have her do that in just a second.
That's it for me.
John, when we were with Lisa today, real quick, Kobe Cooling said you need to turn off those sprinklers that are hitting the air conditioning units in front of the pro shop.
We've had them adjusted.
Make them go away, just take them out.
Can't do that, because then the plants will die.
Okay, but are they
How about a
hit?
drip? Can you do a drip?
Well, I'll figure out something, I'll maybe get them low, I mean,
With all that extra money, you're gonna figure something out.
we'll make it work. I've already got the wheels spinning. It'll be better.
Okay, thank you, that's all I
So
have.
just the ones in front of the post office, what he's concerned?
Right, by the air,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
should hit the air
That's
conditioning.
on the side.
Okay,
Okay,
you got it.
that's all I have. Chris?
A few things. The Wyndham project, John, Tony, remember the guy was getting the generator installed, did that all?
I'm still waiting, I haven't seen anything, I haven't seen any work,
You have the document over, I think you signed it.
Yeah, I signed it,
I
but
haven't seen any work.
I'll contact
But he
the
had,
gentleman.
he had a time frame that he had to complete.
Yeah, that's
Right,
it,
right.
I'll contact the gentleman.
Okay,
I mean, I
thank
can
you.
shoot him an email.
I thought I sent him the agreement, now I'll double check on that.
Okay.
Okay, but I haven't seen anything in the email from him. Of course, I've been in and out, so it was just kind of.
He hasn't done that work?
I don't know. The Corkscrew Road project is done?
No, it's almost, it's getting there, it's got pine trees, it's got the cocoa plum, they still got to do some sod work. And it was real quick, because I was going to pick up my youngest from school, and I looked over, there was an oak tree that had browned out, and like the leaves started to drop. I think when they planted it, maybe it was raining that day, and they didn't get it packed in, and I told them, say, we gotta take that out, like, we're not, obviously not accepting that. And then there was one more that had like a funny little top, it was like little, I said, we're not doing this, I want them all uniform, but looking perfect, we paid a lot of money for that, so I want it to be perfect. But other than that sod, replacing those two trees, yeah, I don't know.
What are we gonna do with the weeds on the corner, the four-way stop sign? That one right across.
So that's good, that's a flower bed. We never replaced it, because remember what happened was, we got that real heavy rain in June, and that bed just got smoked, instead of going out and buying another bunch of,
Well, now it's
300-400, it's falling. So we're just waiting for the flower, we're waiting for the flower season, we're gonna rip it all, clean it up, it's gonna be flowers again.
Okay. I
We'll
did,
prep it out, I got Rosa pulling weed, she was up at the front meetings today doing those. I'll have her just clean it up and just keep it clean,
You know where I'm talking?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not talking flower beds, I'm talking when you're at the four-way stop sign, when you come.
on the far right.
Actually, on both
Across the
sides.
street, right next to Joe Farmer's house.
Yeah.
That bed right there, it's nothing but weed.
That's jasmine,
No, it's all weed now.
but that's
I
the,
drive past it every single day.
It's green.
It is ground cover. Yeah, now you say it, Phil, you're right, I saw it the other day, I was like, man, that looks like weed.
with the corner of the stop sign, with the
Yeah.
actual stop sign.
You know Joe
Yeah.
Farmer's house is, right?
Whatever you want.
That bed there and right across the street.
So my street.
When you pull in the community, the too far, okay.
One on the left-hand side, when you look
Left
across.
and right, yeah. It's basically on the Pembroke side, post-president.
Yeah.
Right.
Same corner as the green of 17.
I'm like a gentleman.
I did get an email from, and I was going to ask you, Chuck, from Dave Murphy. The county is willing to give us $13,500.
I saw that, yeah.
So should I respond to him and say we're good with it?
It's up to you and your colleagues.
All right, they're giving us $13,000
It cost us.
to do 4 trees. They were taking down the 4 trees, because the rest of the stuff was ours.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what was the
The 4
question?
tree,
The 4 mature trees that the county get overzealous on over a weekend tore down.
Right about.
So they're giving us $13,500.
Right, I seen that in the email.
And that, we agreed that that was a reasonable price.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
well, how much are we really gonna get from them? We going to try to negotiate it more? I
we're
mean, I
lucky.
don't know.
I mean,
I just take it at this point.
Yeah.
We're so far past that now.
so.
That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know, you really want to sit there and try to negotiate with the county a couple more?
Listen, this is 3 years I've been dealing with it.
Exactly, at this point.
Should I just have them take the check to this Stony Brook CDD?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Get away
I'll
from
give you my offshore account number.
Actually, I'll have
I
it.
gotta get a raise out of this too. Phil's not promoting me. Phil's gonna be my agent with Craig.
Okay, I'm going to just make it payable to Eileen Huff, and I'll take care of it.
There you go.
Okay, Chuck, I'll take care of that. Okay.
Yes, up to Stony Brook CDD, we'll take it from there.
Okay, very good, thank you. That's all I have on that, sorry. Anything else, Chris? No. Okay. Now we have Lisa to talk to us about the building,
the HVAC.
the HVAC.
The W, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's been ongoing issues there with community.
Hey, Lisa, use a podium.
What?
Podium. Microphone.
Is that in the building?
I know you're coming.
There's just a lot of moisture.
Very popular.
This
evening, very popular.
Tony, listen up, you might get some more action out of that.
No, I'm listening, yeah, I'm just trying to understand the issue.
Wake up again.
Yeah, there's ongoing issues with humidity every summer at Duffy's, and been trying to do several things to create a better atmosphere that don't seem to help. But we have met with a few people today, and had a meeting with Duffy's. We had a engineer come out. We've also hired another engineer too to give us his opinion, but it seems like the major issue may be related to the makeup air within the building, that there's too much, we're not sucking out, it's too much humidity coming in. So potentially it could be some things with their kitchen. They also may need to look at the makeup air unit that blew off and in, and they replaced it with another